It's a very daunting process. The first thing I did when I bought this van was I listed it for sale because I got so overwhelmed.
Definitely would say it was, yeah, like a life-changing experience. And the sense of accomplishment is, you know, there really aren't words to describe it. It's been great.
How you doing, guys? My name is Greg.
Maria.
And this is our 2015 Ram ProMaster 159. We named it the Journey King, and we are so excited to show you the tour. Come on in.
Let's go.
This is the kitchen area. We have cabinets up here, like you see in a kitchen. We have plates and cups and spices and all that. Easy to grab stuff right here for cooking. We have pull-out drawers and these are soft close drawers for all the stuff you need in the kitchen. And this drawer we use for all the pots and pans and all that stuff. We have an Isotherm fridge with a freezer. We love it because it's easy to get into. Okay, we went with an electric cooktop because we didn't want to have any propane in the van. I know there's certain restrictions going through tunnels and stuff, and we also didn't want to have the danger of having propane in the van itself. So we just went with all electric. It works really well. It cooks really good, and we love it. We have a nice wooden top here, but we actually added an additional fold-out table right here, and this just like completely changed the space. And now we have actually too much room. It's perfect for cooking, for prepping meals. That makes it fabulous. We love the sink. I like to cook a lot, so I like to have a really deep sink. This is really good. If you need to, like, you know, run this outside and hose off your feet, it's great to do that. We have three kind of things to use to clean off. We have the indoor shower, we have a faucet here, and out back we have a outdoor shower as well. So plenty of water and plenty of places to clean off if you need to. All right, when we were designing the van, we have two young kids. We wanted to make sure that they have a safe place to sit. So we incorporated these seats here, and these are bolted right to the frame of the vehicle. So it's just like a regular DOT style seat. Yeah, we wanted to make sure that we can have 4 people comfortably and safely riding around in this thing. The Lagoon table is fantastic. We love that we can move it around. We can remove this completely and hide it behind these seats right here. For anybody sitting in the back here, we have some plugs. We have a 12-volt outlet. We have some AC outlets here and some USB charging ports there. So there's no lack of charging ability. We have a max air fan in the front here, and we have one in the rear. We usually have that incoming air and then this sucking the air out, so it creates a nice little flow in the van. We have Van Essentials magnetic covers here if you want to have total blackout. So you could be in this van in the middle of the day and have it all blacked out, and it'll be completely pitch black in here if you want. So we like that. One of my favorite parts about the van is this section right here, and it's a very difficult part of the van to build, but I love it. I love having all this stuff easily accessible. I have the inverter here, the battery status, which when you start the van, this lights up and lets me know that it's charging. We didn't know where we're gonna be in parts of the country, so we have the West Coast, East Coast, and we have local time. So wherever we are, we can always dial in and find out what time it is. We have our water pump, and we have our hot water heater switch right there. So I loved having everything in one spot. I've seen a lot of vans where there's switches all over the place, and I just wanted a central spot that's easily accessible and looks nice. And the bug wall is right here underneath. So in the summertime, we don't have any problem with bugs and mosquitoes getting in here. So that's one of my favorite features of the van right here. What I did here was on the ceiling, I think it's pine tongue and groove, and I put an antique whitewash on it. The whole van is insulated with Havelock wool. One of my kids is really prone to allergies, so I did a lot of research. I found out that Havelock wool is the way to go. You know, it's just the best option for van lifers. All in all, the van ended up costing, with the price of the van and all the stuff we did to it, it was just about $50,000. The van itself was about 25 grand, and we spent probably about 25,000 on all the materials. And I had a few friends along the way help me. I had a couple handymen help me when I ran into some tough spots. Let me tell you, it's a very daunting process. The first thing I did when I bought this van was I listed it for sale because I got so overwhelmed. And a friend of mine convinced me not to do it. He's like, listen, man, you got this, you can handle it. So I just decided to take a step back. So the best thing to do is don't set yourself up for failure by setting time limits. Make yourself a plan. Just get a piece of paper, sketch out what you want to do, watch a ton of videos. You're going to use some creative techniques to build some certain things When you're done with building a van, if you decide to build a van, you're gonna feel this great sense of accomplishment. When it all comes together, you're gonna be very proud of what you've done, and we're very proud of what we did.
This is our shower and bathroom combo area. We decided that we wanted it to be clean, and so we used white tile. The water pressure is really good, I have to say, which was important to me. We have a little storage space here, which was also important. We just got these little tension rods so that everything will stay put while we're traveling. And then we just use suction cups to put some little towels here. And also we have a mirror and we have a hook that we put our main towel on. I would say we probably get about maybe 5 to 7 minutes of a really good hot shower. So this is our Trillino toilet. It is portable, which was really important. We wanted to be able to get into the shower and just be in the shower and not have this in there at the same time. We also really like that it separates the solids and the waste, and it doesn't have any odor, which is obviously really also very important. It's so easy to clean that, you know, we can take care of that wherever we are because it's portable. This is our bedroom and also our relaxation station, I guess you could say. We have cabinets that are up here for my clothes. When we're traveling, we try to keep everything, you know, tucked away so that we can utilize as much of this living space as possible. We decided to put a TV in, so again, that it feels we have all the comforts of home. It's good. It also keeps the kids busy sometimes. If they need a little bit of downtime, they can come back here, relax. We have some extra storage. Again, we tried to use every spot that we could. So it's behind the pillows over there, and it's actually a pretty deep area, so you can put a laptop there. You can use it for whatever you want. We have a drone. We can fit that back there as well. And then it'll also be safe while we're traveling. We have a full-size memory foam bed, and we love it. It's definitely big enough for the two of us. Once in a while, the kids want to jump in. They can certainly do that as well. So it's really easy to get to everything, which we like, but it's also really good to, again, put it away and allow us to use as much of the space as we can to just be comfortable and enjoy. So van life looks a little bit different for us since we're not currently living full-time in our van. But I think one of the great things is that we've been able to have the adventure of making it, creating it the way that we want it to be, and then utilizing it on a regular basis. So if we go to a soccer game or, you know, even if we go to a concert, like before, you know, you're worried about the traffic or get anxious about, you know, sitting in hours of traffic to leave, it's like you have your own party bus. And so we can, you know, feel comfortable, and we know that we can stay there as long as we need to, and then we can head out. And, you know, maybe down the road we will live in a van full time, but I think this is a good introduction for us, and it allows us to spend time with the kids and still have our home base, right? So that's been great. I think it's been a really good compromise for us.
This is the back of our van here. As you can see, we have the electrical all on this side. We have all the plumbing on this side. So basically we have 400 watts of solar, and it comes down and it goes through the solar controller, which is located right there. From there, we have two 200 amp hour lithium batteries, and these are all Renogy products. We have a 40 amp DC to DC charger, which is awesome. While you're driving, you're charging up these batteries, which is great, and especially on a day like this where it's cloudy. We have a 2000 watt inverter, which is great for all the electrical appliances in the van. We have a bunch of fuses and stuff. We have a 12 volt system back there that runs the lighting, the fridge, the water pump, but it's a really good system. It's a very strong system. I highly recommend getting at least 400 amp hours, especially if you have electric cooktop and all that stuff, hot water heater and all that stuff. On this side, this is what we call our plumbing side. We have an outdoor shower, which is awesome because we've used it quite often when we come out of a hiking trail, or if the dog's full of mud, we can just easily snap this thing in. It has hot and cold water, so you can actually take a nice hot shower out here if you want, if you get off the beach. We have a 22-gallon water tank, and we have a 4.5-gallon Bosch hot water heater. This box right here is our EcoFlow Wave 2, which is, we just bought this thing. We have an air conditioning and a heating unit all in one, which is great. A little bit of a hassle setting it up. It takes a few minutes. It's not like a rooftop model where you just flip a switch, but for the price and for what it does, we really love it. So this is basically serves a bunch of purposes. First of all, it stops stuff from falling down. So when you shut the doors, it's kind of like rub against it. There's a bunch of storage along here, and my wife is really into having all her things right where she needs it. So we also needed access to open the door. So I made this so you could reach down and open this door here if you need to get out. So this laundry bag here is something that we wanted to do to keep all the dirty laundry from piling up in the van. So there's a hole in the top here, and the idea is you just take your underwear, socks, all that daily stuff that might get all funky, and just drop it down into here. Simple design, but really, really effective, because I don't like having all mess in the van. So it's nice to have all this dirty stuff in one spot. This is a Prime design ladder. What I like about this ladder is you don't have to use any drill to install this thing. It just wraps around the top of the door and the bottom of the door, and then you tighten it and it gets really secure. I highly recommend Prime design ladders. Really good. A little bit pricey, but well worth the money. We moved here from Connecticut. We both decided to quit our jobs and move down south and start a new life down here. So I had a professional career up north, and I kind of retired from that. My wife came down here and she got a job at a university. And so I just have a part-time job down here, and she's just, kind of like the breadwinner down in this part of the world. It gives us a lot of time to enjoy our kids and enjoy the outdoors. North Carolina is a great state to live in. So we jump in this van all the time. We head out. So our jobs are really flexible. It allows us a lot of time to enjoy our lives down here.
And because we aren't currently living in it, we have our day jobs. I've been able to, because I'm an executive assistant, I've been able to do a lot of work in the van as long as I have my laptop and can work remotely. There are different positions where I do have to go into the office, but it's nice to know that if we just wanted to pick up and go somewhere, I could do that. So that's been really great. We are Shelter in Places with 2 Z's at the end instead of an S. We're on YouTube, and we're also on Instagram if you want to check us out and look at some pictures of our build and our adventures, day trips that we're going on. And we're so glad that we could be here and that you guys could watch us.
Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the road. This is the Journey King. Have a great day, guys.